Hey, it's Kramer Ammons. Thanks for joining me today as we answer 5 questions. Number 1, do bowstring silencers slow down an arrow? Number 2, where should you place bowstring silencers on the bowstring? Number 3, do they actually make your bow quieter? Number 4, should you glue them on? And number 5, how do you properly install them? We're answering those 5 questions today, so let's get to the point. Question number 1, where on the bowstring do you install the bowstring silencer? First, I like to find my knocking point. From my knocking point, I measure down to the end of the bowstring. I just take that in half, and that's where I want the bowstring silencer to go. So I'll go up about 2 inches and then mark that section. Because the bowstring silencer is going to be roughly 3.5 to 4 inches, that way that bowstring silencer is centered between the knocking point and the end of the bowstring. Should you glue a beaver string silencer on? Personally, I don't think so. I haven't noticed a difference from when I do glue them on to when I don't. And when you glue them on, it could damage the string when you rip it off, or maybe you can't even get it off because the glue is so strong of a bond to your bowstring. So for the sake of flexibility, I like to keep them off because I don't see any positive benefit enough for me to glue them on. How do you install beaver string silencers? Well, now that we've got our section marked where we want our beaver string silencer to go, I like to put a pencil through the string. Now separate the string in even bundles. If there are 2 different colors, this makes it really easy. At this point, you'll want to put the string back on your bow. Then you can go ahead and insert your silencer. Make sure you wrap the silencer in the direction that tightens your bowstring. That way, if you ever need to tighten your bowstring a little bit to make it shorter, you're tightening the string silencer and not loosening it. Tightly tighten the bowstring silencer around the bowstring until you get to the end. When you've got a 1/4 inch left, stick that back through that bowstring, through the middle, pull the pencil out, and you are tight, set, and good to go. At this point, you can trim the beaver string silencer to make it look better if you would like, but this is not necessary. Do they actually make your bow quieter? Yes, I think this is undoubtedly the answer. They do. But how much depends on where you place the string silencers. I believe the closer you get to the knocking point, the quieter it's gonna get. Also, the bigger the string silencers, the quieter it will get. The drawback to this is that your string or your bow is gonna be slower on the quieter or the bigger the beaver string silencers you get. So, how much slower does it make your bowstring? Well, it makes your bowstring 4 to 5 feet per second slower from my testing with the method I do of putting the bowstring silencer on. That's not a whole lot to sacrifice, especially if you like a quieter bow. I tested with a 40-pound bow and I went from 171 feet per second, and then when I added the silencers, it dropped to 167, 68 feet per second. If you're interested in getting beaver string silencers from Shatterproof Archery, I'll leave 2 links below. One to our Amazon Prime listing if that's what you want and you want them quick. They will be cheaper on shatterproofarchery.com, especially if you're buying other items with it. Just the shipping cost adds up together and it is cheaper there rather than Amazon's fees. It's up to you guys. Thanks so much for all your support. Thanks for watching today. Stay shatterproof and I'll see you on the next one.